Hi guys, welcome to Making Joyful Journals. I'm Anna G. Today I'm working on the hashtag Faith-Filled Collaging 2026. This is a creative series that was developed by myself as well as Angela at Fancy Antique Crafts. This flyer, as well as some freebies of digitals and Bible verses, are all available in the description box. And today we're working on the Bible verse. There's a set of prompts here. We're on June 3rd, and we're working with the Bible verse Psalms 23, verses 1 through 3. And we have the focal image as being a shepherd, and the color is beige. So this series is done twice a month, generally on a Wednesday, and we have a number of contributors that are also part of this. They are actually offering their take on each one of the prompts that are listed. And I'm trying to find their names here. Oh, here we are. Let me go through them. We have Jenn from Sassy Southern Nancy Girl. We have Jeana from Mary Scraps. We have Maggie from Journaling with Maggie. We have Jackie at Tiny Little Blessings. We also have Susan at Susan Hiles Creates. And we also have Ashley from Glitter and Grace. So these are currently our contributors. Their information will be in the description box as well. So let me go ahead and get started here, and we'll see how quick we can create some type of collage. I'm pulling out my book, and I did pull out some beige colors. I've got some scrap paper here that's beige in color. I also have some washi tape that I think kind of falls in line with the beige color. I've got another washi tape right here, and I've got a stamp that says grateful, and I've also got some stickers. I don't know if I'm going to be using all of them or not. I also have some scrap paper here that's kind of like beige in color. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it within the collage itself, or if I'm going to include it more as just like a gluing section. Then I have this light brown ink, which kind of is like a darker beige color. And beige is one of those colors that's kind of like in the eye of the beholder. Some people will say like a kind of a tannish gray is beige. Others will say that a light brown is beige, but I guess it's an off color, right? So let me go ahead and pull out my scissors. And I'm also going to bring out my collage book that I'm using. This was actually a book that I started last year. It's one of those books where it's got a fabric spine, and I sewed the signatures, and I sewed them within the spine itself. And it's a hardcover. It was originally, I believe it was like a dye. No, I'm sorry. It was like an engineering book of some kind. But see, I had this tagged as Faith-Filled Collaging 2025. Actually, I believe our first year was in 2024 that we did this. So this was my book starting last year, but I had a lot of issues last year in keeping up with the series, all of the prompts. So I'm still working on catching up with those. But let me see if I can find a page where we can lay down some. See, this is already a beige color right here. I wrote down the Bible verse too. Let me see. Goodness, I feel like I'm not organized here today. But I do have the Bible verse written. It's actually posted right here. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Verses 1 through 3 of chapter 23 in the Psalms. And then we have some of the, a few of the digitals that are freebies that we're offering. Now, like I said, those are in the description box, so you can download those yourself. Let me see what I did with my got stickers. Well, I had my, oh, here we go. I've got some beige stickers. I've got, here's my shepherd. This is from the free digital, the digitals that we offer. And here's I wrote it down with beige ink. So I'm trying to keep in line with the color prompt. And so now I just need to find a place where I can put this. Let's see if I can find a page in here. I like this, but it's kind of really busy. Let's see. Suppose we could do something where it's already colored. Oh, I think this must have been something. I must have been using this as a glue page. Okay, let's see. This page is already occupied here. This was a 2-page spread. I find myself veering towards or leaning towards 2-page spreads. I don't know why. I feel like I need lots of room to do my collaging. This one looks kind of nice because this one's got like that beige, light beige color right there. Okay. Let me get myself situated here. I feel I'm all kind of crooked here. Don't want to lose my... I mean, these are the main things, the Bible verse and the focal image. So I'm going to put those to the side, and hopefully I won't lose them. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and lay some of this down here. I like this. It's kind of busy looking though. I also have this little rubber stamp. I had gotten this at Ollie's. It was only $1, and I figured it's something that I can use over and over again. Well, let's just break this page, right? Let's do that. I've also got, I think I've got some antique linen, which is kind of like a really light color. Let's see if I still have some ink in it. Okay. Let's just break the page. We can cover it if I don't like it, right? That's what journaling is all about. So I hope you're all doing well, that you're enjoying this series. I like that. And that you join along with us if you care to, or just to follow along watching us as we're working on this. Also, make sure to check all the other creators, the other crafters. Some of them jump on. They are very dedicated and do every single prompt every week, or every week that it's like a focus date, a date that we're working on. And some just do it like once a month. Some, try to catch up like myself. And, okay, there we go. I like that. You know what? I feel like I'm all out of, I'm not in the range of the camera here. Oh, see, that one's nice too. I don't even care that it's not coming out very clear. It's not perfectly printing all the way across. I know it probably can if I really pressed hard. Okay, I'm glad I got that going. All right, now, let me see if I can add some of this to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to speed up the camera so that you can just follow along with me here as I'm filling out this page. I spent a lot of time studying this Bible verse. I actually studied the whole chapter. Oh, and as I have this, I don't know if you can see it very well. I put it on here so it'll be easier to put down when I figured. But I thought, what was my focus word? What was one of them? There's several focus words, I should say, in this passage about how the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This is to me, I feel this is a declaration. This is something that, as a believer, we should be saying to ourselves, the Lord is my shepherd. Because whose shepherd is he? He's my shepherd. This is not something that the Lord does. This is something that I proclaim for myself, that the Lord, he is the shepherd. But I choose. This is I should say, this is a choice that I make, that I'm saying that the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. That's another, he makes me lie down in green pastures. So he takes us to a place that he knows is good for us because we are his sheep. He leads me beside the still waters. So he knows that we need nourishment and the green pastures, and we're making sure that we're being fed and that we are being, that we're receiving drink that we need. He is the living water, right? He restores my soul. That deals with everything, that my thinking, that deals with my intellect, that deals with my emotions, right? He restores all of that for me. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So it's not even for my sake, it's for his name's sake. He leads me in the paths of righteousness. And there's a Bible verse somewhere else in the Bible that talks about we are robed in his righteousness, or we are robed in righteousness. And it's not our own righteousness, it's his righteousness. So this is just the first part of chapter 23. And there's the entire chapter is filled with promises and things that are there for us to proclaim for ourselves, because there's a lot of people in the world that they have no shepherd, and you can see by the way they live their lives that they are kind of like a sheep wandering lost. And I think all of us at one point in time were probably lost sheep, but he finds us. It's not that so much that we find him, he finds us, and he leads us under we're part of his flock. Of course, we do have pastors, and they are shepherds as well. But the Lord is our good shepherd. He died for us, and he rose again so that we might live. So this is a wonderful chapter to read. If you haven't read it before, check it out. It's Psalms 23. Pick a Bible version that you're most comfortable reading. I know that a lot of people are not comfortable with the King James Version, and that's totally understandable because it's kind of an old English style. And if English is not your first language, that would make it even doubly difficult to understand, because a lot of the words are very antiquated. They're old-fashioned. And so it's not the easiest to understand. It's kind of like Shakespeare. I mean, you really have to be drawn into it to really absorb the King James Version. But there's newer versions that are in more of a plain English style. And of course, you can go online, and if English is not your first language, if your Spanish is your first language, or French or Italian or Japanese, whatever it is that your first language is and you would be more comfortable, check it out, because these words, they sink into you. You let yourself be completely saturated by God's word. He never fails. God never fails, and he is love. So he will make sure that if you call out to him, all you have to do is look your eyes upon the Lord, and just the fact that you look towards him, turn your eyes upon Jesus, and he will step all the way into your circle. It's a two-way conversation, but you don't even have to say a word. Just turn your eyes upon the Lord, and he will fill you with his love, with his Holy Spirit. He will fill you with whatever that you need, because he is our shepherd. All right, guys, I'll let you go ahead and continue watching as I go ahead and fill out my collage, and then I'll catch you at the back end of the video. Okay. Okay, guys, this is my make for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget about the description box having all of the other crafters information, so you can check out their channels and check out their makes on this particular this week's prompts. And thank you so much for watching. If you found some value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, consider subscribing if you're finding some value in my channel. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Until I see you next time, take care. God bless. Bye for now.